Hello, friends, and welcome back to the second episode of this series, Chords of Conversations with your own curly boy. That is me and the brilliant, beautiful Kalyani Lokhande.
Hello, that's my place. I think we should switch over.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think we are back to our places.
Of course, we are.
Welcome back, guys. कल मैं कुछ लिखने का ट्राई कर रही थी. ओके हमारी जिंदगी मेलोडीज की तरह होती है.
Wow.
कुछ सैड, कुछ हैप्पी, तो कुछ अनप्रेडिक्टेबल. Don't you feel that?
Of course, it is.
So I feel today's episode is going to be like that because we are going to unravel the story of his personal journey. So here we go. Well, can you tell me how all of this journey as a musician started and what was your first memory of falling in love with music?
Oh, that's very difficult question because when you're born in the family of musicians, the love for the music is in your blood. Like there is no such point कि मैं पहले प्यार में नहीं था म्यूजिक के बाद में आया. This I don't really see that situation in my life because the music was just there in my blood since my birth. I remember an incident which was recited by my mother, that she told me when you were brought out of the labor room, my father has already given the instructions to my Masi and gave that chota wala Walkman which we used to put the cassette, that whenever that kid comes out of the labor room, you have to make him listen to the Hindustani classical music, and she followed that. I don't know which recording, even she doesn't remember what she made me listen, but my mom says that it was either Pandit Bhimsen Joshi ji or Vidushi Vina Sahasrabuddhe ji.
Oh my god,
So
that's fascinating.
that was the point where the journey started.
As you mentioned earlier, that you grew up in a family full of musicians.
Of course.
So, how did your childhood look, or how was it to grow up in an entire family of musicians?
Of course. I feel that it's a blessing to be born in the family of musicians because the whole atmosphere, or what we call it as mahol,
Yeah.
is very much different. And it's the vibe is very much different, and uh, as a kid or as a toddler you don't feel that vibe, but now I can literally see that connection of me and the music which was there since my birth. And now I can, that makes life easier for me to have that connect since so long. And needless to say that my grandfather Suramani Pandit Uttamrao Agnihotri was a legendary vocalist and a harmonium player, and I am so blessed to get his talim for like 14 years of my life.
That's
And my grandfather started giving me talim at the very tender age of 2.5.
yeah.
Like a kid is hardly being able to sit at one place for not more than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But he made it, that talim, so creative that I used to be with him only. Like when I used to get tired of singing sa re ga ma pa da ni sa, he used to fill that sa re ga ma with some different names. Like if in Marathi we call I and Baba to mother and father. You have to pronounce I at the sa, Baba at the re. So I, Baba, Kaka, Kaki, Kaka, Kaki. It was that creative, and
I think this should be incorporated frequently, don't you think?
of course, it is. And I mean, I don't know from where
These brilliant
these brilliant
ideas.
ideas come to him,
Yeah.
but and he used to teach me maths. He was blind by both the eyes,
Yeah.
but um, I might never have a vision like him, in spite of having these.
Oh my god.
So he used to teach me maths. There
Okay.
is now this is apart from the music, but I want to tell you how he made it creative for me to understand any subject for that matter. So for the maths, उन्होंने क्या किया था कि we used to have that James का गोली. Do you remember?
हाँ हाँ.
हाँ. So he used to get 100 goalies for me. Keep it in a small container,
Yeah.
and he used to order me, take out two. Okay, take out two more. Now can you tell me what's the total? So one, two, three, four. That is how I learned the basic maths. And few of the goalies used to go in my stomach too. That was a different
How can you
scene.
resist from food?
Of course.
Yeah.
So that's like, I mean, the entire childhood was like this. When I used to sleep, my mom used to do this purposely. When I used to sleep, वो मेरे को रख देती थी मेरे दादाजी के पास. So whenever my dadaji's students used to be there, he's giving him talim, they are singing on their own. So one of his student used to say that याला इकडे झोपाव सुप्त गुण आतमध्ये जात असतात. So that
Hmm.
he wanted to say that the vibe of your music goes inside baby's mind and brain subconsciously, and maybe that's where I learned many rags, like
In the sleeping state.
in the sleeping state. Seriously, I mean, when my grandfather passed away, I was 14 years old, and
Yeah.
I remember after that my parents understood that this guy knows much more than his age. And I discovered that, oh yes, I mean, when I started playing harmonium, not professionally, but yeah, किसी के गुरु पूर्णिमा में बजा लिया या कहीं किसी के साथ
Yeah.
बजा
किसी
लिया.
महफिल में.
Like Kanere Guruji's wife, Vidushi
हाँ.
Archana Kanere, she was the first one जिनकी गुरु पूर्णिमा में मैंने accompaniment किया था.
Okay.
So ये सब के चक्कर में I got to know, yes, I have heard this. And I used to remember कि ये मेरे को दादाजी ने सिखाया है. I have been taught this. And I used to remember this very clearly. Maybe he must have taught that rag to some of his disciples when I'm sleeping. Happens because
Yeah.
the subconscious mind is a
It's
brilliant thing.
something which has never been explored completely till today.
That is
इसे
what
कुछ
that's
कुदरत का करिश्मा kind of thing ही समझ लो.
Zarur, that's how my childhood was.
I genuinely feel that you are so blessed to
Of
be
course I
in
am.
that family, and it's just wonderful.
Thank you.
एक मिनट, I just wanted to clear one thing that ये phone यहाँ पर ऐसे ही नहीं पड़ा है. It has been kept for some reason.
I was going to ask you, I mean, last episode में ये नहीं था. So
No. Like viewers को लग सकता है कि गलती से रह गया क्या. So that's why I just cleared that out.
So I don't know why did she keep that there.
It's for a purpose. Okay, you'll get to know that further. So Omkar,
कितना सीक्रेट रखोगे यार?
अरे कुछ नहीं, एक दो सवाल और बाद में. ओमकार, तुम्हें याद है like a few weeks back we were having a conversation about the podcast
Yes.
on the phone, and you were telling me about the story of how your music training started, और उसकी बड़ी ही interesting story है
Yes,
which
of course,
remained
yeah.
half during
So you want
our
to complete it right
conversation, yeah.
now? Yeah, that's
So
great.
please tell us.
We are blessed with brilliant music composers in our industry, and I would like to take this special name, Anil Mohile ji. Anil Mohile ji, I used to call him Anil Azoba, honestly, because he was very closely associated with my grandfather and they were of a similar age. Uh, I remember we met him after a big gap in 2009. और मेरे पापा ने उनको बताया कि ओमकार हारमोनियम में करना चाहता है, ऐसा लग रहा है. Like I
Okay.
was in that phase कि they knew that I'm more inclined towards harmonium. So ऐसे लग रहा है कि मेरा उसको हारमोनियम में करना है. तो he was like, that is very good. लेकिन इसको सिर्फ हारमोनियम पे मत रखो, उसको पियानो भी सिखाओ.
Oh.
He gave that idea to my parents कि the new era is going to be more of the mix of Indian and Western music that he had predicted. And इसको सिर्फ हारमोनियम पे मत रखो, इसको पियानो सिखाओ. And that time, as I have mentioned earlier, the whole family was into Indian music. So Western music वालों के साथ इतने contact भी नहीं थे. So my father asked him की तुमच्याचकडे कोणी असेल तर सांगा, सो मी त्याला त्याच्याकडे पाठवतो.
Yeah.
And he's like, he called my sir from there. I got a chance to learn from the amazing Advait Dada, Advait Bivalkar. I call him Dada because we have a very less age gap. Anil Azoba called Advait Dada from that very place, and he told him, like he ordered him, I'm sending one kid to you as a student. He is a grandson of legendary Hindustani classical vocalist Suramani Pandit Omkar Agnihotri, and I want you to teach him the piano.
That's amazing.
He shared his Advait Dada's number. Next Sunday, we were at his place. And we went to Advait Dada's place. It was Sunday morning, I remember 9 a.m. And we fixed everything like next Sunday se shuru. And my mom was very curious to see the big piano that he had at his place. And she was like, what if we have to buy this for Omkar? Then he's like, we have a showroom nearby. Then we decided to go and have a look, like just a casual thing.
जाके देख लेते हैं.
How we do window shopping,
Yeah.
the same thing. Like
पियानो की window
piano ki window
के लिए
shopping. Seriously. And we went with, of course, Advait Dada, and that was the first time I saw a grand piano like in front of my eyes. I was like, oh my god, this is something really amazing. I felt. This showroom is in Ville Parle, an area in Mumbai. And we went to Ville Parle station. As soon as we reached Ville Parle station, one of my father's colleague called him. And she told him that, अरे तुम कहाँ हो? कान्हेरे Guruji is searching for you. And your number is not reachable. Can you call him? He was talking something about the scholarship that he wants to give it to Omkar. And he called Kanhere Guruji from Ville Parle station. He's like, काय झालं? Kanhere Guruji said that I have seen your kid plays harmonium and keyboard a bit. I really want to teach him, and I want you to send him to me. I'll teach him. What he said all of this in Marathi, but I would really like to recite those words. तुझ्या मुलाला माझ्याकडे पाठव, मी त्याचं सोनं करतो, is what Kanhere Guruji said.
Oh my god.
And that's the story, that's the gist of the story, that I got two of my gurus on the same day.
This is something. Oh god. I really don't know how to react to this, but I have a game and I want you to react to some pictures from your childhood which I've got.
कहाँ से चुराए तुम लोगों ने?
चुराई नहीं है.
So is that the reason that phone is here?
Yeah.
Oh.
So let's
begin.
Let's go. And here's the first picture.
This photo is very close to my heart. This photo was clicked at Abbaji's Guru Purnima, that is Ustad Allah Ka Kasab's Guru Purnima. And the whole ceremony is concluded by Zakir Ji's performance, which he still does. And I remember this was like 2000 or 2001. I was barely a 3 4 years old kid. And after his performance, I ran towards him, pulled his kurta, and he was like, "Hey, कौन है?" And मुझे जाकिर हुसैन बनना है, is what I said to him.
Oh God.
And he was so happy with that statement. अरे इतना छोटा बच्चा मेरा fan है, अरे फोटो खींचो. And this is that photo which was clicked on the day of Guru Purnima.
Well, you have so many childhood memories, but I would like to move on to the next photo.
Yes, please.
And this is it.
मेरे दो अनमोल रतन.
और आप उनका रतन.
I'm extremely lucky and blessed, and I thank God for giving me such supportive parents. Like, they are supportive beyond imagination. Beyond imagination, seriously. Like, I remember they did not force me to be A plus grade in studies,
Yeah.
but they literally have pushed me daily. They still push me daily for my riyaz. Like, they make sure that I practice. And I have no words, honestly, no words to express my gratitude towards them. Seriously.
Sometimes even I feel that like our parents are so much, even my parents have never, pushed me into studying or beta yahi karo, wohi
वही
karo,
करो
IIT
ना.
jao. Especially.
CA बनो. I mean, I'm a commerce graduate student, so I have seen many of my friends' parents forcing them to be a CA. आणि गाणं करून काय होणार आहे, पैसे किती कमवणार आहे, so all that stuff. But these guys were very much sure about me, that he will be only doing his career in music. They did not even force me to do my career in music. They
There is something called as बच्चों में confidence होना.
of course they have that confidence. I mean,
Yeah.
like many parents I have seen, they are so much struggling with their kids and their careers, but these guys were so chill and precisely training me towards my goal.
That's brilliant. So moving on.
अरे बाप रे, माय गॉड. ए, इन्होंने ना मेरा मोबाइल हैक कर रखा है, इतना बोल सकता हूँ मैं. कहाँ से हैक करते हो? आई एम गोना फाइल अ केस अगेंस्ट यू गाइस.
Well, jokes apart, tell us about this
One
picture.
of the brilliant memory that I have, and everything is just in the picture itself. There is something written in Kannada which I cannot read, but I remember this was 2003 or 4, I guess, and my grandfather was invited and awarded with some award which was given by the Savai Gandharv Music Festival, Kundgur, which was conducted by Padma Vibhushan Vidushi Gangubai Angalji.
Yeah.
And I remember I got an opportunity to perform in that Savai Gandharv, where my grandfather got an award. Like, if you can see, my grandfather is sitting behind me.
Yeah.
My father is accompanying me. My बुवा आत्या आहे, हार्मोनियम वाजवते. आणि the one who is playing tanpura is the granddaughter of Gangubai Ankalji. That's what the pic says. Like, I don't remember how much I valued that opportunity at that time, but when I see this picture now, it is like I just feel that I am blessed to perform in the presence of Gangubai Hangalji and my grandfather sitting behind me.
Well, there's one more picture, the last picture.
Okay.
I want you to react to.
Bapuji, my God.
क्या ही कहे.
क्या ही कहे, of course. This was clicked in, I guess, 2017
Mm-hmm.
or 18's Art Prayer concert that happens at Shanmukanand. So I remember my grandfather and Bapuji had a very close association since like late 60s. When my grandfather used to stay in Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar. And I remember I heard one of the best Shuddha Sarangs that day when I attended this concert. Uh, and I went to him, I bowed down, and he asked, "Who are you?" Because I was taking his blessings after like 10 years.
Yeah.
uh, I told him that I am Omkar and I'm grandson of Suramani Pandit Uttam Raoji Agnihotri. The first thing he asked is, "How is Baba doing?" Like my father, how is he
Yeah.
doing? He's good, and all happened. And then I told him that I'm learning harmonium and into music full time and stuff. और आई नो कि मैंने डर डर के पूछा था कि बापूजी मैं आपके साथ एक फोटो ले सकता हूँ क्या. He's like, of course, ले सकते हो. And if you see the picture clearly, I mean, that part is not there. It's been cropped. But he is holding my hand.
Oh my god.
And one more special thing about this picture is this is being clicked by the legendary music composer Lalit Pandit ji.
Oh my god. Really?
Yes, and I was just searching for someone to click, and he just came in front of me. I'll click your photo, and he just took a mobile and clicked. I was like, my God, this is so much happiness that I got out of that movement. And whenever I recollect this memory, I go back to that particular day and enjoy the same happiness.
कहते हैं कि फोटोज के पीछे कहानियां छुपी होती है, पर इन कहानियों के पीछे भी कुछ कहानियां थी जो आज जानने में बड़ा मजा आया, टू बी ऑनेस्ट. तो अब हमने आपके चाइल्डहुड के बारे में तो काफ़ी जान लिया, तो अब हम रेजोनियम के बारे में कब बात करेंगे.
Stay tuned for the next episode, which is on the Resonium.
Till then, keep creating.